everybody, Dana with the OT Guide. So today I'm going to go over tips to avoid a toddler tantrum. In one of my previous videos, I go over how to stop a tantrum when it's already happening. Go ahead and check that video out, it could be helpful. And that video really reviews the main reasons why kids tantrum in the first place, okay? So the number one reason is for attention. Another reason is because your child wants access to something like a game or a toy or a cookie. Another reason is your child wants to avoid something. They don't want to sit in their car seat. They don't want to brush their teeth or put on their pajamas. And another reason toddlers and children tantrum is because of environmental or sensory or biological reasons, like they're tired or they're hungry or they're experiencing environmental overload. They don't like the loud sounds, whatever it is. So those are the main reasons why children tend to tantrum. Knowing these reasons will help us figure out a game plan and help us avoid tantrums in the future. But just as a disclaimer, tantruming is a really healthy part of toddler development. It's how our children learn how to handle their emotions and their frustrations. So if you have a child that tantrums a lot, unless they're a danger to themselves, they're hurting themselves, know that it's a typical part of development. So here are my tips to avoid tantrums. Take a look. Tip number one, provide tons of attention when your child is engaging in positive behaviors. Set conscious time aside to play and connect and engage with your child. So story time, playing with toys, bath time, whatever it is. Be mindful and be engaged with your child, and make sure that your praise is specific. So an example of that would be, I love how you said please and thank you, or good job with quietly sitting, good job sitting in your car seat with quiet hands, whatever it is. But tip number one, provide lots of attention. My next tip is give your child a sense of power and control. So offer them choices. Do you want the red bowl or the green bowl? Do you want monster pajamas or truck pajamas? Do you want orange juice or milk? Giving your child these little choices isn't going to impact your day really at all, but it's going to help avoid power struggles, and it's going to give your child a sense of independence and a feeling of control over their own life. Keep routines consistent and clear. People in general don't really like change, and that rings especially true for little ones. So give your child a sense of what's going on for the day. So first school, then park. And if the routine is going to change, warn them ahead of time so they know what to expect. You can even take this a step further and give your child a visual schedule of the day. A visual schedule basically has pictures in order of what they're gonna do for the day. So if they're gonna go to school, or if they're gonna go to grandma's house, a visual icon of grandma. After grandma, maybe it's lunchtime, a visual icon of a snack. After lunchtime, maybe it's time to go to the park. A picture of a playground. Giving them a schedule, again, helps them feel very in control of their lives. Give your child plenty of warnings before they have to transition between activities or tasks, especially if they're going to transition from a preferred activity to a non-preferred activity. So if they're going to transition from watching Sesame Street to brushing their teeth, don't just turn off Sesame Street and say, it's time to go brush our teeth. That's for sure gonna start a tantrum. What you're gonna do is you're gonna provide lots of warnings. So for our little ones, you can use, there are apps you can use like Duck Timer, you can use sand timers, so they can visually see that time is running out. Because if you say like 5 more minutes to a little one and they don't understand the concept of time, it doesn't mean anything. So you can give them a little sand timer, you can show them Duck Timer on your phone, and it just shows, it's a visual icon of time, and it shows, okay, when this is up, I have to go brush my teeth. What you can also do is you can change the order of tasks a little bit. So if they're watching Sesame Street and next they have to brush their teeth and put on pajamas, but they hate brushing their teeth and they don't mind putting on their pajamas, you can actually say, okay, first Sesame Street, then putting on pajamas, then brushing the teeth. That way the transition isn't so painful. It isn't something I love like Sesame Street to something I hate like brushing my teeth. It's something I love to something I'm kind of neutral about. changing my pajamas, if that makes sense. So changing the order of activities can also be helpful. When you're out running errands, make sure your child is well rested. Make sure they've gone potty. Bring snacks for them, bring toys, just to make sure that their needs are met. And if possible, try not to run all of your errands in one afternoon so your child isn't sitting in the car for hours and hours and hours and hours. So again, just being prepared, making sure that their needs are met. My next tip is to distract. So when your child's face reddens and crinkles in that telltale, I'm about to throw a huge fit kind of way, do something a little weird, do something a little unexpected. Pull a silly face, jump up and down, take out a different toy, facetiously toss a pillow at them, whatever it is, tickle them, whatever it is, distract, okay? When you're going into a tantruming hotspot, that's what I call like a toy store or a grocery store, tantrums are likely to happen in these places, okay? But what you can do to help avoid them is you can remind your toddler of the simple rules before walking inside. So for example, when we walk into store, we hold mom's hand, or we sit in the grocery cart and we have quiet hands. Going over simple rules preps your child. It gives them something to expect when they go inside. Over time, your child will develop self-control and their tantrums will decrease. But if you notice that your child hurts themselves when they tantrum, they hit their head, they hold their breath, they scream to the point of fainting, please bring it up to your child's doctor. That being said, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or video requests, please feel free to comment below. And if you like what you saw today, please feel free to subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.